still a little bit of patchy rain to come across the far north of Morocco and northern areas of Algeria as well. Some heavy showers and thunderstorms for portions of Saudi Arabia. Now, these storms, probably just to the south of Jeddah, could be quite nasty. 50 to maybe 100 millimeters of rain here, 10 to 20 elsewhere in Saudi Arabia, but across western Iran over the mountains, about 50 to 75 millimeters of rain. Now, we've had 270 millimeters of rain in parts of Andhra Pradesh from what was left over from Cyclone Nivar. The rains will tend to ease a little bit over the next couple of days, but there's still scope for another 50 to 100 in Andhra Pradesh, and then it looks like there'll be another cyclone form in the Bay of Bengal over the coming days. Big area of high pressure keeping the weather settled across much of East Asia at the moment, but we are dragging in some pretty cold air as well. So temperatures really struggling, just 4 in Beijing, 3 in Seoul. Extensive cloud for central areas of China with some mist over the high ground. And the northeasterly monsoon winds will strengthen to bring some heavier rain and thunderstorms into central portions of Vietnam. 100 to 200 millimeters of rain, quite likely here in a few places. And with the winds coming in from the deserts affecting New South Wales as we go through Saturday, we've got some very high temperatures to come here, some high temperatures as well. But South Australia, where we could see highs of around 39 degrees Celsius in the warmest areas, 34 in Adelaide, 35 in Sydney. So warm summer sunshine. New Zealand sees rain spreading up in South Australia as well.
As the coronavirus pandemic continues, BBC News has in-depth coverage.
Coronavirus is still coursing its way through the community.
The approaches to Hubei province, like scenes from the apocalypse movie.
The region locked down when Europe did, and it's unlocking now and unnerving them.
See the headlines as they happen, with breaking news alerts in the app, and get the full story with bbc.com/news. Follow the story for all the latest with BBC News.
This is BBC World News. I'm Babita Sharma on Top Stories. Iran's defense ministry has confirmed that one of the country's top nuclear scientists has been assassinated. Clashes between Indian police and farmers on the outskirts of the capital, Delhi. Farmers there are protesting over reforms they say favour big corporations. The embattled long-time leader of Belarus, Alexander Lukashenko, has said he will not be president once the new constitution is in place. And tens of thousands of Ethiopian refugees flee to Sudan as the government launches a major offensive against regional forces in Tigray. We report live from the border. Welcome, thank you very much for joining us. We start this hour with breaking news, and Iran's defense ministry has confirmed that one of the country's top nuclear scientists has been assassinated. Iranian media outlets say Mohsin Fakhrizadeh died of his wounds after the gunman fired on his car. Fakhrizadeh has long been regarded by Israel and Western intelligence agencies as the mastermind behind the country's covert nuclear weapons program. Well, in the past few minutes, Iran's foreign minister has accused Israel of being behind the killing. He wrote this tweet: "Terrorists murdered an eminent Iranian scientist today. This cowardice, with serious indications of Israeli role, shows desperate warmongering of perpetrators. Iran calls on the international community, and especially the EU, to end their shameful double standards and condemn this act of terror." That tweet was posted a short time ago. Well, Iranian state media have said that one of the country's top nuclear scientists had been assassinated, and press television also.
Hello, Masha.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. What is new?
Oh, there was a first week as we go to school again, but there are some problems again. We have some teachers who are older than 65, so
Like myself.
so they are okay. The most important, the people in charge, they said that they are must sitting at home. So we have lessons at school, about 3 or 4 lessons, and after we have other lessons after 2 p.m. So it's like I'm studying till 5 o'clock because I have some lessons at school. After I go home, I just have my lunch, and after I have my lessons at Zoom. So it's not so good, and teachers they are not so happy too. So it's strange, and it's really strange and difficult situations right now.
Yeah, I understand, but you know, stuff happens in your life, and you can do nothing about that. All right, somebody is asking the permission. Okay, so Masha, will you please remind me just a little bit about yourself? Where are you from? And I think that you've been here before. So when have you been here in the first place for the first time?
Yes, yes, about there. I'm from Bryansk region, and I go school. Right now I am in 10th grade, and yes, that's all.
Okay, yeah, I understand. So mostly we say like stay at home. Your teachers, they are supposed
Okay,
to stay at home. Yeah. Then another thing is when we finish our story, we just say that's it. Mostly, you can say that's all, but that's it is slightly different meaning. Okay. Hello, Mark.
Yeah, hello.
How are you?
Well, it's pretty okay because today, yeah. Well, my school day was okay, but I have kind of recidived of my illness, and I have cough again.
Yeah, that's we do not say it like that in English. That's recurrence. Recurrence. Okay.
Okay, recurrence. Okay.
Just one is occurrence, and 2 times it will be recurrence. Okay. So yeah, that's not that good. Can you tell us a little bit about this competition you're going to take part in?
What kind of competitions?
It's about something about the translation from Russian into English, and just some ideas about the image of Russia, how you want to promote the image of Russia internationally.
Have I ever said that I'm gonna take a part in these kind of competitions?
Yeah, that's kind of a interesting. But that's from yours account, I think. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
And so this is your account. Is it your account?
I see just a lady in the BBC News, nothing
okay.
else.
Yeah, I just saw it. Just wait a second. I will share the screen. Yeah.
Translating competitions.
Yeah. How about now? Can you see?
It's Mama, right? Yeah.
And so that's what she wrote, as you can see. And,
well, it was not me. It was my mom writing this stuff.
okay.
Well, the thing is, I don't know about even I don't know about this because she didn't tell me anything about that. Well, I need to ask then.
Mhm. Oh, okay. Yeah, that doesn't matter at all. Just forget about that. Okay, so I was thinking, what can we talk about today before we go to the book? Maybe you can recommend some topics, kind of burning issues, or the front burner, which is topical, which is relevant to you right now. Can you think of it? Something you would like to talk together, Masha, you and me?
You mean some grammar stuff or just in general?
Okay, Masha, how about you?
About what?
What is that?
So I just want to know what the situation is going on.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, but that's okay. I just want to remind you that right now something is very important going on in the United States of America. So what is that? I almost didn't sleep the night, actually. Why was that?
Let me suggest.
Yeah, sure, of course, I'm waiting for that.
Your United States elections, right?
No, I'm not a politician. I'm not.
No, but what then?
Okay, let's listen to Masha.
I think that there is only other main problem. It's coronavirus, but I don't know.
Well,
oh, Thanksgiving there was.
Yeah, sure, but today is not Thanksgiving. I mean, actually, Thanksgiving was yesterday because
Yeah.
Thanksgiving is the fourth Thursday of November. But today is also a very special day. Why? What kind of a day is that? The day after Thanksgiving. How do we call it?
I know you.
Yeah.
I know only that the day before Thanksgiving, I read something. I read somewhere that it's Thanksgiving, but I don't know that it's true or not. But the day after Thanksgiving, I don't know.
So what kind of a day is before Thanksgiving? You said.
Thanksgiving, something like that.
I have no idea.
And I don't know.
Yeah, and well, actually, this day is called Friday, but not a regular Friday. There is an adjective before, and you definitely know this adjective. What kind of adjective is that? What kind of a Friday are we having today?
Oh.
Friday after Thanksgiving. It's world famous. Yes. Okay. So, guys, it's on every page on the internet. The name of this Friday is on every page.
Oh my God! Yes, sure, Black Friday.
Of course, today is Black Friday. So why is that? And what does that mean, Black Friday?
Black Fridays means that in the European and United States, in American countries, there are for one day there are gonna be lots of discounts and pretty big discounts, I would say.
Correct. And why? Why do they have these, like you said, big discounts?
It's a tradition which was born long time ago, and now it's a kind of national holiday.
Masha, any ideas?
No.
Okay, so yeah. First of all, you have to keep in mind that why would people, so we actually will have two questions. Why it's Black Friday? So black is good or bad?
What do you mean?
Black Friday, is it black? And does it mean that's a good Friday or a bad Friday? If we call
For
it
people, it's Good Friday. For shops, it's Bad Friday because they make a lot of big discounts and they lost the part of the money.
well,
No,
actually,
it's,
yeah, okay, go ahead, Mark.
I don't think that it's so bad for companies because maybe they can people buy almost everything on these days what they want, so maybe the money, the company have more money, will have more money on these days because, for example, when people buy only one computer on I don't know, maybe on Monday, but when it's Black Friday, it's 7 people who bought, and it will be more money for company.
Okay, yeah, I understand. So some people are writing, so yeah, I will just try and the real quick answer. Just 1 second, and I'm so sorry. Well, that's absolutely correct. And then why black? Because you know, in accountancy, you have two ledgers or two books. Another word for accountancy is bookkeeping. It's about money, like you said. Okay, somebody is answering. Study to learn. Now. So we speak. We speak on the English. Will you? So these two books they are called a black book and a red book. And in the black book, you usually have all of the earnings or the income of the company. And in the red book, you have the liabilities or the debts, something which you owe to somebody. So that's why, like Masha said, on this day, they have the biggest earnings, the biggest incomes for most of the companies on this day. And so that's answers. That is why it's called because their black books will be huge. They will receive lots and lots of money. You can read about that everywhere on the internet. But still, the second question remains, why the day after Thanksgiving? And this is Black Friday, the real Black Friday. You know that in Russia, they started to call almost every Friday like a Black Friday, which is not correct. But this Friday is a real, a true Black Friday.
Maybe because there is Christmas soon and
Absolutely.
it starts.
Yes, absolutely. So we have exactly 1 month before Christmas. And it goes like if you buy, for example, today, if you buy a postcard for 5 cents, so the same postcard you will buy on the 23rd of December, let's say for $5. So that's how it works with these discounts. All right. Anyway, that was very interesting to talk about that. Now you know about Black Friday. And another thing is maybe you remember that one of the American traditions for the President of the United States of America is to pardon on this day. Who did the president pardon? Any ideas?
Personally, I don't have. I want to listen to the answer.
Masha, what do you think? President Trump yesterday pardoned. Who did he pardon?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, that's again, that's everywhere on the news. Maybe, yeah. I will let this Christina. I will let her in because what she is writing is pretty nice. Let's see. I know that we don't want to have any punks here, but anyway, she doesn't seem like a punk, but we will see anyway. So let me just find the very least one picture for you from this pardoning, and you will understand what I'm talking about. So, Mr. Donald Trump pardons, and let's see. Okay, let's give some videos. Yeah, here you go. Can you see it now?
Yes, Trump with his wife.
No, not with his wife, but yeah. What is that?
Turkey?
Yeah, so he pardons 2 turkeys. That means, what do you think that means?
That he's happy that there's a day, that there's a history, that it's American right now, that maybe something like that. Like he.
Can I suggest? Well,
yeah.
You know that while Thanksgiving Day, Americans like eating turkey. It's kind of tradition, and it's a pretty ironic situation that Donald Trump say sorry for birds whom they eat.
Well, actually, what actually happens, meaning that he pardons these 2 turkeys, they specifically select 2 turkeys for the president, so that they will not eat. Pardon, that means they forgive or they excuse these turkeys from dying. These 2 turkeys, they will not die. They are pardoned.
I don't know so much details. Have no ideas.
Yes, but that's the American tradition. Every year they pardon 2 turkeys. 2 turkeys will, or sometimes 1 turkey, they will not die. So that's one of the Thanksgiving traditions, right? And then also he said that it will be with corn on cob. Corn is the regular stuffing or the regular side dish for the turkey. So that's kind of a, guys, if you want to learn a little bit of English, you'd better just look for these traditions because they are beautiful, they're wonderful. And as I said over again, I'm not a politician, but lots and lots of very interesting stuff you can learn. I mean the vocabulary, like I said, pardon, turkey, corn, cob. Okay, I just if I say ear of ear of a corn, what is that? Ear of a corn. What do you think? What is that? Okay, somebody is writing. Just hold on. Your ideas. When I say ear of a corn, what's the meaning? So another guy is asking to come. We'll ask him. So you see, this is how we learn the vocabulary. Okay, I will write it down for you again on Google. So ear of corn. What is that? Ear
Corn.
of. Uh-huh.
Corn is a vegetable,
Yes.
and maybe it's small part of this vegetable, like
It's you know, English is a fun language. Oh, Mark, any ideas? What is ear of a corn?
Ear of a corn.
Yeah. What is that?
Mm,
I will just
corn is like kukuruza, and ear, it's ear. You know, pretty strange combination of words.
Yeah, but you see, you also have ear of wheat.
What?
Okay, I will click this button, and you will immediately understand the meaning of this word. So I will click the button, and you will see what ear of corn means. So this is the ear of corn.
oh,
Yeah, and then the ear of wheat, you will see.
It's like початок.
Yes, absolutely.
Ah,
and
колос.
yeah, and this is
Oh my God.
ear of wheat. Yeah, that's the English language. Okay, I have another. It's not connected with sense giving, but maybe you know what is a pupil of my eye.
oh,
A pupil of the eye. What is that? Masha, do you know pupil of the eye?
no.
Okay, I will click the button and you will see. So this is the pupil of the eye.
Oh,
What is that? Say it in Russian.
зрачок.
Yes, that's the pupil of the eye. And I have no idea why. You go and check it. So English language is fun to learn. All right. It just it was I wanted you to see that you can learn lots of good vocabulary. Okay. Another thing is that corn is on cob, and corn on cob is right now. You know that this is the ear on cob. Excuse me, on cob. That's an ear. So what is a cob? So corn is a grain, corn, grain, and cob is the middle of the ear. How do we say it in Russian? Okay. Have a look at it. So that's the corn on cob, and right now I will show you the cob. It will be corn without. Okay, yeah, this is corn without ear of corn without corn. It's only the middle of the ear of corn. Okay, you understand?
Yes.
So how do we say it in Russian? Mark, any ideas?
I think I don't even know how to call the eaten corn in Russian, so.
Okay, I will help you. It's something like kachirishka.
Ah.
Yeah. Something like that.
I thought that kachirishka is used with kapusta, with garbage. No.
Might be.
Ah, both options. Okay.
I'm not that good in the Russian language. But anyway, it's just for you for fun. Okay, somebody is writing. I have so we speak only English. Will you? Okay, so thank you for this discussion, and right now we will go to the book, and I will remind you what we did the previous class. Yeah, I think that you can see it, right? So today is listening. Today we will listen, but this is the third part of the conversation. of the examination, the third part, and we will take into consideration the third and the fourth part of the FCE exam. Okay, just 1 second. I will open it up. So. One moment. Yeah, that's here, and then. Let's see. 122. Okay. So it's page 65, I think. Okay. Page 65. Yeah, 122. Yeah, it's here. Okay, this guy is asking something else. Just wait.
Unit 5.
Okay. One second. I will just have a look at what he is asking about. No, he didn't write anything. So, how much English do you know? All right. So, guys, you're ready to listen, and then just have a look at the task. So, what we have as a task here. You're going to hear an interview between two candidates discussing the part 3 task below. As you listen for the first time, answer these questions. On which of the experiences did they share the same opinion? On which of the experiences did only one of them give an opinion? On which of the experiences did one of them partially change their opinion? So the topic is, what can you learn about a country and its culture from each of these experiences? Doing voluntary work, backpacking, working as an au pair, learning a language, sightseeing. So if you have any questions about the vocabulary, just go ahead and ask. So do you understand voluntary work?
Yes.
Okay, very good. How about backpacking?
It's like in the woods with spell or not?
It's just kind of hiking, but it's not only in the woods. It can be just traveling like this guy or this lady. The backpack. Backpack is in Russian we call it a rucksack or something. Backpack that's
okay.
And working as an au pair. What is au pair?
It's like nanny.
Yes,
for
absolutely.
Children
Very
or
good.
not?
Yeah, very well, Masha. I'm impressed, very much impressed, very well. Okay, so let's start listening, and I will answer.
Page 65. Speaking. Exercise 2. Now I'd like you to talk about something together for about 2 minutes. I'd like you to imagine that your teacher has asked you for your ideas on different ways of getting to know a country and...
Can you hear that fine?
Yes,
Okay, very good.
Its culture. Here are some of the ways of getting to know a country and its culture, and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task.
And they're just looking at the same task which I showed to you, the same graph.
Now talk to each other about how much you can learn about a country and its culture from these experiences.
Shall I start?
Yes, if you like.
Personally, I think you can probably learn quite a lot about the country if you're doing voluntary work there. You're likely to be working alongside local people for a start.
I guess so, but I'm not sure how much you'd learn about the country. You'd probably be working with poor people or disadvantaged people. They're not representative of the whole country.
Yes, that's a good point. Okay, Let's move on to sightseeing.
If you ask me, I believe you can get a good general impression of the history of the country from sightseeing, because you are seeing lots of historical monuments. Do you agree?
Yeah, and you usually have a guide who tells you all about the history too, but you don't really get to meet the people, do you?
No, you're right, because you're usually...
Oh, my goodness, something happened? Sorry, I didn't know that. Okay, I can help you. That's not a problem. I just didn't know that it might be. Okay, so what you have here is just 1 second. Yeah, so first of all, as you can see, you have two people talking. It's Claudia and Costas. Okay, so and that's okay. Candidate B, he said, I guess so, but I'm not so sure how much you'd learn about the country. You'd probably be working with poor people or disadvantaged people. They are not representative of the whole country. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, let's move on to sightseeing. So I will just explain again to you what's the meaning of this test, this part of the exam. So you have to talk together, and I will task you later after we understood perfectly well everything what is going to happen to you. You will talk. So the task is, what can you learn about the country and its culture from each of these experiences, like doing voluntary work, or sightseeing, or backpacking, or working as an au pair, or learning a language. And you see two candidates like your age, around 15, 14 years old, and they've been contributing to the answer of this question. Okay, so then they are not representative of the whole country. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, let's move on to sightseeing. If you ask me, I believe you can get a good impression of the history of the country from sightseeing, because you are seeing lots of historic monuments. Do you agree? Yeah, and usually have a guide who tells you all about the history too, but you don't really get to meet the people, do you? No, you're right, because you usually in a big group of people from your own country. Learning a language, in my opinion, you can learn a lot about the country from learning a language. For a start, if you know a language, you can communicate with the people. I don't think you can really know a country if you don't speak the language. What do you think? Okay, so where is that? Yeah. I agree. Au pair, I'm not sure. I know what an au pair is. It's someone who goes to live in a country so that they can study the language. They can stay with the family and look after the children, and in exchange, they get their food and accommodation and time off to go to classes. All right. Well, I'd say you could learn a lot through doing that. You'd be living with a typical family, seeing how they live, and improving your language. Not necessarily, they could be recent immigrants and they speak their own language all the time. Oh, I suppose so. Right, the last one, backpacking. Have you ever done that abroad? Yes, I backpacked around Asia for 6 months a few years ago. And did you learn a lot about the countries you visited? Yeah, quite a lot. You tend to use public transport, so you get to meet ordinary people and you can take your time to look around places. But if you don't speak the language, as I didn't, then the experience is limited. Thank you. So, um, now you understand everything what is going on, and so the question to you is the first question is on which of the experiences do they share the same opinion?
Maybe learning a language.
Okay, what else?
And backpacking.
Okay, and all right. So learning a language. On which of the experiences did only one of them give an opinion?
Doing voluntary work.
You know that actually it was this young lady. I think her name was I have forgotten what her name was. She said that she actually backpacked in Asia, so probably she was talking about backpacking. On which of the experiences did one of them partially change their opinion?
Au pair?
Yes, that's about au pair. All right. So what I want you to do now is I just want to introduce to you this kind of a task so that you will understand that most of the time when you have this kind of task in FCE, so usually you have, let's say, one task, and then you have 4 to 5 options. And what you do is you just talk about almost every part, just talk about that, talk about that, about that, about that, and that. And your point is to agree or disagree. Maybe you agreed about that, but you didn't agree about that. And so the best possible scenario will be if you arrive at one decision between the two of you. I understand that this is not that easy, but anyway, you will try and do it right now. So I think that you understood the task, and so just have a look at it. What can you learn about the country and its culture from each of these experiences? Doing voluntary work or backpacking, sightseeing, learning a language, or working as an au pair. So please talk, Masha and Mark.
Okay. Mark.
Yes.
Okay, I just see that your microphone is off. Okay, so what do you think about doing volunteer work?
Volunteer work it's the essential part of nowadays life. Also, volunteer work is one of the most helpful thing which is held in which is held nowadays by people, and absolutely for free, because a lot of people in this hard situation which is happening now needs help, but sometimes they do not have money at all.
Okay.
And they need.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. So this part of the exam is called the dialogue. And the dialogue is very different from monologue or when you talk alone. And when you talk alone, you describe a picture. And the dialogue is you talk to another person. And the dialogue has a very strict rules. So one of the rules is that when you talk to another person, you can say only 2 sentences. And the third sentence should be addressed to your partner, to the person.
Really?
Yes, because otherwise, you know, you will not give a chance to another person to talk, and that means that you will kind of receive better points than your opponent. It cannot happen. So you should be in equal situation. So that is why just remember that 2 sentences yours, because this is a dialogue. This is not a monologue. Okay. So please.
Okay.
Yeah. give the turn. It's called turn taking. Give the turn, give the floor to speak to your partner, please.
So, Masha, I want to hear your position.
Okay, I think that volunteer work is very good because people can learn more about culture, and also there is some maybe excursions for volunteers that allows to know about country and traditions of that. So what about sightseeing?
Good, excellent.
So, sightseeing is a really compelling thing, and I think there is no any tours, or I mean guide tours which are held without sightseeing. So, and what about you?
Oh, I can agree with you because sightseeing is a very important part